This is CBS News Bay Area with Elizabeth Cook.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday. Nearly a year's worth of work completely wiped out in just a matter of minutes after a massive fire destroyed a construction site on the outskirts of Redwood City. The flames consuming the entire framework and reaching high into the sky. Now, this is all that's left of what was supposed to be a 179-unit affordable housing complex for some of the people who need it the most. Right now, fire crews are mopping up the hot spots, but the damage is already done, as you can see. Fire officials say it broke out around 10:15 this morning on the 5th floor of the building. It wasn't long before the flames engulfed the entire structure. Around 50 people living nearby had to be evacuated. Police say some of that was precautionary, but others were forced out by one of the dozen or so spot fires sparked by embers from that main blaze. A temporary evacuation center is currently open at the Veterans Memorial Senior Center on Madison Avenue in Redwood City. The good news to all of this, looks like nobody was hurt, though officials are warning everyone to stay away in case that building collapses. Our Wilson Walker was one of the first people live on the scene after that fire first erupted. He joins us again live. Wilson, what's the latest that you're hearing?
Liz, really quiet here. The fire, as you all have probably seen by now, has really quieted down. Much different scene than we had earlier this morning, with just a spectacular fire burning here at this construction site. Now, we were watching it burn. You're looking at that construction site, and we were sort of discussing on the air there, Liz, the likelihood that they were not going to be able to put this fire out. And when we finally heard from the fire department later in the morning, that was in fact the case. When they saw this fire, they knew right away that this was a defensive situation. You just try to control this as best you can, not let anybody get hurt, don't let it get spreading to another part of the construction site or the homes nearby. They pretty much just approached this thing to try to contain it as best they could, given the wind and the situation with unfinished construction, which can be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to stop a fire once it gets going. Here is the fire chief sort of describing what they were facing during the height of that fire this morning.
Right now, the building that the fire was involved in looks like it's going to be a total loss. Our goals right now are to prevent fire spread to the adjacent occupancies. There's still one under construction, and then immediately to the south, the neighborhoods and the homes over there, we have structure protection forces in place.
Yeah, they were grabbing spot fires on the other side of this fence here in the neighborhood. People over there trying to hose things down as debris and insulation came blowing out of the fire here. Now, as for the investigation, earliest stages, to say the least, it was obvious that this place was full, probably, of construction workers when this fire started. The chief himself said that he saw at least 100 construction workers standing outside the building when he got here. So the hope is that someone maybe saw the origin of this fire once it got going, just in the early moments there, to give them a really good idea of maybe what started it. So far now, we obviously do not know, but the fire has calmed down, the investigation looming, and as you mentioned, just a tremendous loss of what was going to be affordable housing units here. And I guess as the smoke clears, one last thought, the construction area to this side of us looks pretty untouched, which is maybe, a silver lining given the intensity of that fire earlier, that it did not spread to the adjacent construction. That would have been hard to stop too as well.
Yeah, and just a testament to, I think, really great firefighting. I mean, we saw crews from all over the area kind of descend on this spot to try to put out this fire. And Wilson, I'm curious, the fire chief compared it to, earlier in that press conference, he said it was like a tinderbox, because they were at that stage in construction where they just hadn't put any of those fire mitigation elements in, obviously no sprinklers. But Wilson, you got there right as the fire sort of started, and then you were there as it just grew rapidly. Can you walk us through kind of that moment and what it looked like at the height of the fire?
Well, we were here for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours watching that fire. And I think what we kept going back to was just the link with the wind, which was sort of slightly steady but gusty. And when the wind gusted, you could absolutely see the response inside that building with the fire, big, flames erupting out the top, and until it looked like it sort of just burned itself out there, just eventually ran out of fuel, and they got enough water on it where they couldn't fuel those big bursts of flames. They mentioned that for as much of the building that has fallen away, the scaffolding has remained there. So there's still a lot of stuff to worry about as far as collapsing materials, the rest of the building. But yeah, that fire really cooked for a while. And, people mentioning sort of fires around the Bay Area that we've seen like this in construction sites. I mentioned, China Basin several years ago. Someone mentioned a San Jose fire that fit this. And I remember Concord had one as well. You just get a fire in a construction site, it's going to go pretty fast. He also referenced the fire out in the valley as well, wind-driven embers here in an urban setting. So, a lot of things to deal with. And as you heard, just sort of, it was defensive from the beginning.
Right. All right, Wilson Walker, thanks so much for your great reporting this morning. Meanwhile, a local helicopter pilot shared this video on X, formerly known as Twitter. The building looks like it's glowing from the inside. Look at that. You can see at this point the roof was completely gone and the siding was falling off at this point. Right now, there is an air quality alert in place in Palo Alto because of smoke from this fire. And this site was a $155 million affordable housing project called Middlefield Junction. It was being built on county-owned land behind Fair Oaks Health Center. The plan was to build 179 apartments, a child care center, and even community open space. And remember, we brought you this breaking news live on air and streaming on CBS News app. We'll continue to monitor this. Stay with us for the latest throughout the day.